Nothing to see, folks. Everything is fine at the Walt Disney Company except, oh wait, that giant, expensive Star Wars hotel? Well, there's a garage sale. They're selling it off in pieces at discount. Folks, we'll tell you about it right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we endeavor to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. To all of our Christian friends out there, happy Good Friday. And to all of our Jewish friends, a very meaningful Passover we wish to you. We are joined by Nolan Thunder and his furry companion. Nolan, what's the name of the cat?
This is Twilight. She was very excited when she heard there was going to be a video, so she thought, hey, I might as well join in.
All right, well, Twilight is apropos for Star Wars because it is also in its twilight right now, folks. This is a story. No. This is a story out of SF Gate, and you are going to love this one, folks. It's by Julie Tremaine. Pieces of Disney's closed Star Wars hotel are coming to Disneyland. And folks, they're not coming to Disneyland because they're building a new hotel. They're not coming to Disneyland because Star Wars is suddenly more popular. The Acolyte did not cause a flurry of activity and excitement. No, the passion is not with the Force. Galactic Star Cruiser items are coming to Anaheim for Season of the Force. Get ready. This is a great, great story. Folks, as we get into this one, I also want to say, yes, John F. Trent, editor-in-chief of That Park Place, did indeed receive a cease and desist letter from Black Girl Gamers, and the response to that begins Sunday night with Valiant Renegade, Ron Coleman of the Dillon Law Group, representing John Trent, That Park Place, and all associated channels. Get ready, folks. Fireworks coming Sunday night. That is just the beginning of when the response will take place. All right, here we go. This out of SF Gate. A long time ago, March 2022, in a galaxy far, far away, Disney opened its most immersive and wildly ambitious project. For $5,000 or more, Star Wars fans could board the Galactic Star Cruiser, a two-night experience in which guests acted out their Jedi, Resistance, and First Order fantasies. No one has First Order fantasies, folks. Nobody. Following storylines.
Kennedy does.
She's the party of one. Following storylines and carrying out missions on a trip through the cosmos. According to the company, it was the best reviewed experience Disney ever offered. Of course, that's what the company said. Of course. The cost was too high for most fans, however, and it closed after 18 months, despite being the best reviewed experience Disney has ever offered. Period. None. Folks.
Well, the best reviewed, like Carousel of Progress got nothing on the resort. It was so good they had to close it early because it was just too good for this world.
But now, for the Season of the Force, a tiny microcosm of the Galactic Star Cruiser experience is coming to Disneyland for a fraction of the price. Starting April 5th, according to the Disney Parks blog, Oga's Cantina inside Star Wars Galaxy Edge will be serving cocktails from the Galactic Star Cruiser, along with souvenir glassware. Well, wonder what that souvenir glassware is, folks. We'll explain in a moment. Disney describes the fiery Mustafarian as having El Mayor, Anejo, Tequila, Aperol, Aperitivo, Liqueur, Peach Puree, Peach Syrup, and Lime Juice served with a dropper of spicy lava syrup. The Silver Sea Martini will have Hendrick's Gin, Minute Maid Lemonade, Ginger Syrup, Honey, and Mint Syrup topped with a shimmery Butterfly Pea Flower Tea.
All of that sounded way more interesting than anything I've heard about the Galactic Star Cruiser in the past 2 years.
Well, let's spice it up for a moment, folks. Here's what we've got. See these cute little pieces of glassware? Isn't that lovely, Nolan?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like it.
Well, those are the actual pieces of glassware from the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
No, they're not. They're reusing. No,
Nolan. If you buy the souvenir, guess what you get? You get the actual glassware. It's leaving. It's gone. It's the garage sale. This is a garage sale being covered up by calling it souvenir glassware. They're just trying to get rid of it.
This reminds me when I went to Hobby Lobby once and I needed a, I was trying to recreate something from the 90s, like, you know, like those shelves that they put like retail products in, like on video game shelves at like Circuit City or Walmart, whatever. I remember I went to Hobby Lobby once and they were literally selling like a whole one of those divisions. Like it was a massive keeping structure you had to like assemble together. And they were selling it for like $50 because I guess they were replacing it with new stock. And it's kind of like the stuff you'd see if you went into a bookstore that's going out of business, where they're literally selling off like the carts and the shelves. And seeing this at Disney World is weird. I mean, what's next? We're going to get some of the bricks that were used to build the hotel. Can you take that home with you?
Oh, and, isn't it lovely?
Oh my gosh, this also reminds me of, I don't know how many, for those who are into theme parks outside of Disney World, when Kings Island got rid of one of their roller coasters, Vortex, they had, which closed really, really quick, by the way. They kind of went hush-hush when they closed that ride. It was operating for like one more month, and then they shut it down. The next month, when the pass holders showed up and the guests and all that, it turns out they took the roller coaster and they chopped it up into little pieces that you could buy for like $200, and you could own like a piece of the ride. That's what this reminds me of.
That's so funny. $200 so you can own a piece of construction material.
I think it was a little conspiracy here, is that it was post after all that stuff happened in 2020 with the shutdowns and stuff.
Right.
When that stuff initially had happened, they wanted to like, hey, this isn't gonna last very long. Let's give all our season pass holders an automatic pass for the next season. And then that lasted a lot longer than they thought. So it's like, how can we make our money back?
Right.
Jim, I got an idea.
Well, here's what they're saying to Jim at Disney. Both drinks are available without souvenir glassware, but if you want the martini with something from the Star Cruiser, you'll order the Chandrillion Chalice. For the spicy cocktail, you'll order the Chandrillion Orb Glass. Both cocktails and souvenir glasses were served on the Star Cruiser's Sublight Lounge and come emblazoned with a Chandrilla Starline logo. In the now-closed hotel, the storyline was that you were taking an interstellar cruise on the Chandrilla Starline aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser. But now, you can take these beautiful pieces of the Halcyon straight to your kitchen and clean them in your dishwasher. Oh, the fun you can have at home. Isn't this amazing, Nolan?
This would be
scrapping the Star Wars hotel, Nolan. They're scrapping it. This is like Tatooine with the little creatures taking this onto their giant. Lord would know the name of this thing, but taking it on the giant transport.
It reminds me of like in the movies where it's like you have like the villain that like, like shape shifts and stuff like that. And they do this thing called a swan song, like right before like the villain is about to die. They transform into like every piece of everything they've ever shape shift into. So you have this like Hulking beast monstrosity of like 4 different creatures in one. It feels like they're doing that with their leftover junk in a way. And I gotta say, although
they're junkers, you're right. Disney has become junkers with Star Wars.
There's a title. Put that in there. Yes. But I gotta say, to their credit, I will say, I got 2 points here. So to their credit, I will say that's a great conversation piece. Like you're on a date or you're with family. Where'd you get that cup? Oh, it came from a hotel in Disney World.
You got it in the garage sale. No, I scrapped it. I scrapped it off the Sand People.
Yes. You just see a Jawas going down the interstate in their like hulking thing. But to their detriment, I will make a point where I'm all for, like, I am super into, like, oh, like this ride existed for a few years and then they closed it and stuff. Like that stuff is fascinating. I love documentaries about this thing. But me and my mom are really, really into that stuff. Like I literally own blueprints from a roller coaster called Son of Beast that were used by the construction workers. So this stuff is really interesting to me. But on the flip side, what I don't like here is they keep talking about like, own a piece of the Galactic Star Cruiser. Like it was this big iconic ride for years and years. Like it's like Into the Volcano or whatever, or Volcano Blast or like
right. This is
Son
this
of
is
Beast
a
or
bust
something
from
like
beginning
that.
to end, right?
Exactly. They're trying to sell
Disney.
Something that never hit the landing. So as opposed to like, oh, own a piece of like Mr. Toad, that's probably a little too iconic, but like if you're going to sell something like this, why are you bringing so much attention to one of your greatest failures? I don't get it.
Right. How much is it really worth to sell these souvenir glasses? You're exactly right, Nolan. Just give these away to cast members who were a part of it. Don't draw publicity to the fact that your hotel closed. It's another stupid marketing decision by you, Disney.
At least give it some time, because like take like the Star Wars prequels. I know everyone like cites them all the time, but like at least those films needed some years to grow on people. It's like trying to sell people on the Star Wars sequel trilogies now and creating a new sequel to them that is going to click after people have already rejected. Oh, wait, oh, they're already doing that.
Nolan, here's the question for you: how much longer until they have the bed sheets and the comforters and the pillows and the light?
Well, I'm pretty sure Bob Iger already took the bathroom bath mat from
material, all the shower material ripped out. It's going straight to his office space. But yes,
which I can't blame him. I like the. Have you ever been to a really fancy hotel? Those bathrooms, A class. So
this is like Kmart now, Nolan. It's like watching Kmart. Special? It's like Blockbusters. Yes.
But the blue lights don't work. Remember, Tron? The blue lights don't work.
Soon they're going to have people going to the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser to rip out shelving for $15.
I'm just picturing you walk in there and you just see like nothing but like Tusken Raiders and stuff like that, just pillaging everything and smashing stuff. In fact, that's what they need to do with it. How about they retheme it? They did that with Star Tours with the Adventure theme. Why not retheme it to, instead of like Star Wars theme hotel, it's like Wasteland, like the Empire's like ravaged it, and it's like
bring back Star Wars Celebration, Nolan, at Disney World, and have the Jawas march to the Galactic Star Cruiser and haul the stuff out of there. That'll be the parade.
Yes, it's like, you ever see like those rocket, like if you ever been down to the Kennedy Space Center down in Florida, they have like these massive carriers that are intended to move the rockets. It's like, it almost looks like a massive tank. It's just a flat surface. It's one of the biggest contraptions ever, where they're just hauling the rocket to where it needs to go. I'm just picturing the whole giant hotel just sitting on that. You just see a bunch of little Jawas next to it, just moving it along.
No, let me get your thought on this one. This is the big deal to me to end on, folks. This I think this is what everybody out there is probably wondering. Nolan, we just heard from George Lucas, allegedly, his name was on it, as he was endorsing Disney and the Disney board over Nelson Peltz. And magical. George Lucas said that making magic is not for amateurs. Given the fact that in the same week he said that the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is being scrapped in a garage sale at Disneyland, do you think maybe that was a bad timing decision on Disney? Maybe they should have waited until, like, what moron signed off on this happening and being announced before the Disney board vote? Who did this?
I think that just comes down to incompetence. I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're a big entity to avoid, certain information getting out there. But I mean, it's just time. You have to question the timing sometimes, because I mean, granted, with Disney, it seems like they're in the headlines every week of something going wrong. So things are just going to land at really bad timing naturally anyways. But with this close to the shareholder, I mean, are they just giving Peltz the ammunition here?
Are you digging for coins in Mickey's couch? Like, did you have to do this now? Could you not wait until after? Like, this is worse than the George Lucas thing, because as good as George Lucas might have been for you, which was nothing compared to the ISS endorsement, by the way, getting into the weeds, but this is the ugliest thing ever, to have this happen, that you're scrapping this giant experience that, oh my,
you just couldn't have waited for the contractors, wait a week. It's like, would have been that hard? I know they don't get to pick their special.
They don't have storage, Nolan. They don't have storage space at Disney. They have zero storage space. The glassware had to go. It was either go now or it was going to be disposed of. So there you go.
They have all this land that I won't even go into that stuff. It makes no sense. I don't claim to be the CEO who understands everything, but just like, could you imagine, like, on December 1st, telling everybody, all right, this is what you're getting for Christmas? Couldn't have waited a few weeks. Like, you had to do it then.
Nolan, if they sell the Chewie costume, I'm going to buy it for you. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. I'll put it there, and I'm sure Twilight's going to be scratching it every day, unfortunately. So I apologize in advance.
Well, I was hoping that if there are any detractors out there, anybody who wants to take action against Pro or that park place in the future, we'll just deliver all of the legal copies from you wearing a Chewbacca suit. So that would be a lot of fun.
I wanted to have the Jawas come up with like the not eviction, the repo people, that show up and stuff like that. Have like a little scroll there, be like, we're with the repo department, just taking off every piece of your tail. Hopefully they don't do that with our studios, because that'd be unfortunate. If we see a piece of like, you just have this house that's just have a collector, and this basement is just literally just TPP leftover assets, pieces of the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, and whatever was left at Blockbuster and Kmart.
That's right. Somebody out there is going to be scrapping all of it. Well, folks, help us not be scrapped. Please click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell, drop a comment down below and let us know your thoughts. And don't forget, oh my gosh, the news is about to explode. Literally in moments after you're watching this video, keep your eye, folks, on Valiant Renegade today. I promise you, the video coming out from Valiant Renegade is the big one. I promise. Watch Valiant Renegade.
All right, folks. Guys, you don't want to miss it.
That's right. Let us know your thoughts down below. Follow Nolan Thunder and make sure you are subscribed to him in every single spot on the web he exists. Wonderful stuff. Nolan, send Twilight our best. I see Twilight dropped out of the stream, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, she heard about the sale going on with Galactic Star Cruiser, so she wanted to go get a piece of that.
Oh, Twilight, you're addicted, I tell you. Quit sniping everybody. All right, folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun. Hey, folks, Wednesday, April 3rd is the Disney shareholders meeting where we find out if Nelson Peltz has a seat on the board or if the proxy war continues on. Coverage begins at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Culture Casino. Moving right over to the Pro Channel, a special edition of the Pro Show, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Eastern, and then we go to Valiant Renegade for live coverage, 1 p.m. Eastern until who knows when. It is the big day for Disney.